Hello and welcome back to the CCL Week 11. We are here back again and we have got another great match for you for our second one of the night. I'm Rome DMV, joined alongside the wonderful Spider Tiff. And I mean, listen, we've got a wonderful matchup on our hands yet again.
I know. I can't even believe how the first matchup of the night, we had Maverick Esports take the dub over the Akron Zips, and that was so wild. But now we're back, and we're gearing it up for Texas A&M Maroon versus CU Boulder. And I don't even know what to expect. We're moving over to that West Tier 2 station, and these teams are pretty much tied up, Rome.
Yeah, I mean, they are pretty much tied up in everything. Let us show you what we mean by that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the head-to-head with these two rosters. So when I say head-to-head, I mean these rosters head-to-head dead even. I mean, look at this. 14-5 versus 14-6 overall record. 17-11 versus 16-10 in hardpoint. 13-8 versus 12-9 in search and destroy. And 10-4 versus 9-5 in control. These teams are dead even.
Pretty much when you look at this head-to-head against TAMU and CU Boulder, you don't know who is going to come out on top here. It is anyone's game tonight, and basically it's going to be the show. We're going to let it ride out, and I am not calling anything. I don't even know who's going to win. I want to see who's going to come out frying in that map one. I want to see chaos in the hard point. But before we get to there, let's go ahead and take a look at some rosters. We're bringing it up right now. We do have the Texas A&M Maroon team. We have Blake, Deuce, Gira, and Quiet. Now quiet down, guys, because we want TAMU to be victorious here.
Oh man, we got to see if they're going to be able to. I mean, listen, this roster right here, I mean, both of these squads coming in tonight, I mean, we stated it. I mean, it's straight up a mirror match, so it's really just going to be about how these rosters are feeling. So I don't want to hype them up too much because who knows? They might have not eaten their Wheaties this morning. It just might not be their day. Who knows, man? I'm not sure which one of these rosters is going to be coming out on top. So let's go ahead and take a look at the visiting team for the day, University of Colorado Boulder, as this squad right here, visiting team, is also going to be coming in. I mean, they're going to be looking to absolutely make some waves for sure today. And I mean, their roster consists of Stay Woke, Peak, Criteria, and Trippy Sun. So, I mean, both sides, you know, definitely going to be coming out extremely aggressive, definitely going to be looking to set the tone. And I mean, listen, we're not going to be seeing the madness of Bokage coming out in hardpoint for the game number one. We're going to be going to Berlin, so I do think that things are going to be having a nice calm start for this series.
Ooh, if we're kicking it off in Berlin, let's go ahead and bring up that map overview so we can see where this game is moving to. This is where I'm getting excited. And before I get a little too excited, here is that CU Boulder roster we were talking about. We got Stay Woke Andrew, like you said, Rome, Peak, Criteria, and Trippy Sun, which is a little interesting because when I was doing my research, I had D Nerf on the roster for that. So it looks like we've got a nice little sub in the form of Trippy Sun. So let's not get Trippy Sun. No, I'm excited to see. I'm not going to do any more puns. I need to stop that because, you know, I be singing, I be excited. But CU Boulder, let's see what you can do tonight. Let's go ahead. You mentioned we're kicking it off with that Berlin hardpoint. Let's get an overview of the maps tonight.
Yeah, I mean, going to look at the maps, I mean, as I stated, that Berlin hardpoint to kick things off. I mean, that is a great test of how exactly these teams are going to be coming out. Are your rotations going to be good? Are your 1v1 situations going to be able to be won? Are your rotational kills going to be coming out? I mean, so many things are going to be big on this map that we get to see. I mean, Bokage, you know, anytime that's map number one, it's a little bit hectic to start things off. You know, you're not exactly really sure how teams are feeling coming into the day until that second rotation. Berlin, it's kind of one of those maps where you can kind of see what the team is made of on the first rotation. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I feel like this first one is going to be massive. If this ends up being pretty even through the first full set, I mean, hey, we might have a very, very good series on our hands.
I love that you mention if they remain even throughout the first set, but what we saw with Maverick Esports and the Akron Zips, it was a little tough. They remained even, and then it got purely chaotic. So while we're kicking it off with that hard point Berlin, they're going to look towards that Search and Destroy on Tuscan for a nice little double dose. Map number 3 coming in with that control on Tuscan. Then, should we need a game number 4, we're moving over to hard point on Gavutu. Then Search and Destroy back returning on Berlin. So if you can show out on Berlin, take it easy through Tuscan, you're looking at a nice little 3-0 potentially, but it's going to get a little dicey once you move to that hard point on Gavutu. We don't really get to see too many hard points on Gavutu, and I love that point you made about starting it off on Berlin as opposed to Bocage. I know at the start of the CCL season, we saw a lot of map 1 Bocages, and I was like, please. Although I thoroughly enjoyed the chaos because I thrive in a little chaos and bloodbath and bocage. But Berlin's a little more cultured here.
Yeah, just a little bit more, just a little bit more organized, a little bit more appeasing to an observer per se. I think an observer has a better time on Berlin than Bocage, But hey, at the end of the day, as a viewer, I'm here for it all. I like the madness. I like it all. I like the peace and quiet of Berlin, the side streets and the quiet buildings you can find yourselves in, all to your lonesome for about a good 3 seconds before, it gets completely contested. But, I mean, still, it's a peaceful map. It's a peaceful nighttime setting that has a whole lot of incredible action that's going to go down on it, man. It's going to be a good start to this series. And, I mean, like we said, these two teams, they are dead even. So I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Who you got winning? What's the map count? Give it to me.
Okay. This is what I'm going to go with, and my justification for this reasoning is so weird. So I started off my college life at Mizzou. When I was at Mizzou, we got to see a lot of football games against CU Boulder back in the day. I don't even know if they're still in the same league or however that
Division.
works. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. But I'm going to go with CU Boulder for that reason. With a nice 3-1 to keep it spicy.
Okay.
How about you, Rome? What you got?
I like it. Well, I think that criteria is going to meet the criteria to take out Texas A&M. I think that peak is going to really peak in this series, and I think that Stay Woke Andrew is going to be able to stay woke. Andrew is going to be able to do some serious damage today. So let's see if that's going to be happening. I got Colorado Boulder taking this one in 3-2. I think this one's going to be going the distance.
Ooh, the distance indeed, as we remain pretty even here on that P1. What I'm looking forward to is who's going to abandon P1 to make sure they can solidify the rotations over in Mailroom. But right now, it is all TAMU Maroon right now. 16 points up. Not a bad start.
Yeah, I mean, definitely going to be putting our predictions to sleep early on, at least through this first point. Definitely a great start coming in for this Maroon roster. Such a beautiful color. I mean, I do like this color specifically, when we're observing. I love this color, the red, the way it just lights up. It's so bright. It's so satisfying when you get those kills and the whole kill feed goes all red. It just looks great. So, I mean, right now things are looking pretty good for Texas right now. But, I mean, the thing is that Colorado Boulder, they've got control of the mailroom, and Texas A&M Maroon, they're going to need to find a way to break in.
Find a way to break in indeed. As you can see, they've really kind of gotten into the mailroom and solidified their hold. There's 38 seconds remaining on this. TAMU's probably got one good break attempt remaining, and they do just that, Rome.
Able to get it. Blake is able to pick up one. It's going to be Peak picking up a big 2-piece, though, before Blake ends up falling. So all this time is going to be going over to Texas A&M. As that one is going to be contested, but no, they're not going to be getting any of this scrap time. Quiet says, quiet down with that noise. You're going to be sat down. Wait a second. Blake's 8-1 on a 0 streak. That means that at one time he was 8-0.
So we possibly have some streaks in hand as he's 9-1 right now. What are you gonna do, CU Boulder, as
there
the streaks come out? The glide bomb looking to make a mess on that mid-map rotation's not gonna find anyone, but they do get some nice information over there by Lobby. Early game in there in the favor of CU Boulder, but TAMU is still up approximately 30 points as the break comes in from the north. 2 kills go to TAMU. Make that 3. It is all TAMU right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would say all TAMU, but I'll say it's all quiet Deuce and Blake because, I mean, right now, Jyra in the back, just going to be locking this one down. Finally going to be able to pick up the first kill of the game for Jyra. So, I mean, hey, listen, did come in at the 3rd point, but hey, listen, better now than never because, listen, at the end of the day, your team's up by twice the amount that Colorado Boulder currently have. So, I mean, definitely doing his job. Going to be getting a lot of hill time as well. I mean, him and Blake doing great. But right now, Blake 12-1 on a 4 spree. And this is right after getting fully streaked out. So, I mean, Blake might be the person to watch.
Blake is the person to watch. Not only did he carry all that scrap time, he has 1 minute 13 seconds of objective time as Deuce finds a nice 2-piece mid-map in the rotations. You talk about winning the rotations, and TAMU is doing just that. We see CU Boulder in the back trying to secure spawns in which they are successful for, but once TAMU gets together in that mid-map area, you just gotta break onto the point. CU Boulder trying to crawl back, but is it going to be enough, Rome?
I mean, right now they do have the spawns. Peak is doing a good job of locking them down, at least for now, but he is going to get hunted down. Oh, unfortunate. That player did walk right past him, but Peak, he says, I'll take those, and he's able to take out Blake as well before finally Jyra in the back is going to be taking him out, but still, it's going to be Colorado Boulder having these spawns for this scrap time, but it is only going to be just that scrap time as we are going to be heading over to this P5 in the middle of the map. I mean, going to be highly contested most likely, but we just got to wait and see because right now it's Texas A&M roster. They're set up perfectly for it. It's going to be up to Boulder to break through.
Set up perfectly indeed, and the early rotations coming in favor of TAMU. They were able to get about 7 seconds worth of scrap time there on P4, but look who's coming in to say hi. It's going to be CU Boulder in the form of Stay Woke, Andrew, Criteria, Trippy Sun, Peak. They're saying this is my destroyed hallway today.
Yes, the Owen going to be coming out. Debut? First time?
Hey, I love the Owen. We see the Owen is really prevalent now in Warzone. It's one of the most favored SMGs, so if you're going to use it, might as well abuse it. I mean, it's looking good.
I mean, I'm all for it. Why not? Fourth gun in the meta? Why not? Let's do it. I'm down for it. Why not, right? I mean, Call of Duty's fun when you can use a bunch of guns, right? I mean, why not? When everybody has their own preference. I like it. Let's do it.
I mean, we saw the Volt come out and be really prevalent. The Automaton is just so absolutely nasty, and the choice of AR and the MP40 has just been one of those things that you can just not get away from. But look at TAMU on that second set of rotations, making it down in office, holding it like a fort. We saw how strong they were on the first setup, about 60 points to the game. This is where they start their win, but Stay Woke Andrew looking like a demon coming in through the windows.
Yeah, I was able to pick up one before finally getting taken out, and right now Texas A&M Maroon trying to lock this one down with this Boulder roster. Doing a nice job of holding this one, and they're able to do just that. Trippy Sun is able to pick up 2. Blake does get 1, but still it's going to be Trippy Sun on the point right now. Finally does get dropped by Jyra. And I mean, this hill is honestly going back and forth. Nobody was really able to get a bunch of good time on it. This one is still going to be contested all the way till the very end, as now we're moving over toward this mailroom. But guess what? The kill feed's all red. And now this Texas A&M roster, they've got complete control of it. I don't know what Colorado Boulder are really going to do in this situation.
Yeah, I was really worried because CU Boulder had one player still there on P1 during the second set of rotations, fighting for about 5 seconds of scrap time while TAMU won their 1v1 there, got the scrap time, and had already rotated over to mailroom. TAMU said, this is my game. And you've got Blake, who's more than double positive with 1:20 on the clock. This is chaos, Rome.
Oh, yeah, Blake is going huge right now. Deuce has already got 20 right now, and whew, man, this Texas A&M Maroon roster absolutely putting on a show so far through this one. It's quiet. It's going to be coming in, trying to break into the mailroom, but no, Colorado Boulder still going to be locking this one down. They're going to be getting this scrap time, and now those rotations are starting to come in, but Texas A&M Maroon, yet again, they are going to be locking down all of this. Look at the spawns right now. Look at Colorado. They are spawning so far out. This is a perfect hold right now for Texas A&M.
This is looking to be a really nice money hill if they can prevent any contention coming in from CU Boulder. We see player number 1, Jyra, woke up 17 and 15, really trying to anchor spawns, which they will get. Quiet and Blake in the kill feed popping off. This is going to be a near perfect hold. They're already up approximately 60 points. And if you take this entire hill, you will be in win contention. They're moving into train yard.
I mean, this is just absolutely incredible play coming out. Quiet is going to need to go big, though. Is able to pick up 1. The whole kill feed yet again going red. Only 1 player left to try to contest. And that is not going to be happening whatsoever. Texas A&M Maroon, they have shut this one down. They're going to be getting all this scrap time as two players are going to be trying to contest that, but those rotations are already coming out as you stated. You can see Peak, number 7, going to be trying to lock down this train yard yet again.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're giving up the scrap time. They go in, and there's always one player from CU Boulder looking to challenge that TAMU player, and they lose the 1v1 every time. TAMU picks up that, but look at Blake bringing out the glide bomb, trying to clean out the train yard right now. CU Boulder trying to hold on the best they can. They need to play a near-perfect game, pretty much hold this hill and be perfect throughout the next set of rotations. TAMU holding it down in that mid-map, waiting for the push.
Criteria is just waiting right now, just waiting to pop up at your party and not make your day, and he's gonna do exactly that right there to stay woke. Andrew on his side, going down. I mean, Criteria is doing a great job right now for Colorado Boulder. He's playing this perfectly, taking out yet. Oh, he actually got dropped. I thought he ended up getting the trade, but no, that's going to be Deuce getting 2. And oh my goodness, Texas A&M Maroon, they just broke through that. They've got the scrap time, and now they're also set up, at least for next, at least to get some time early on next. And I mean, this is the thing, is that we all know this isn't going to be a hill with a ton of points gotten. So what I want to see is how these rotations are going to be coming out for the next hill, because I would assume that Texas A&M aren't going to be winning it on this hill, but I mean, hey, they definitely got the time to.
I mean, they are in win condition. They know it. Blake is going big. The final standoff for CU Boulder is coming in right now, but the kill feed is bleeding red, or maroon in this case, for TAMU.
I mean, big time, only 10 seconds remaining that they're going to need on this one. I mean, I said most likely they're not going to be able to get it, but it looks like they've been locking it down just enough. Only 4 seconds remaining. Players are finally going to be running in, but they don't know where Deuce is at. Finally, he's going to go down. They've only got 2 more points necessary, but guess what? Trippy Son is finally able to get them fully off of this point. And I mean, now, yes, you were able to get them off of it. That's all fine and dandy, but it doesn't matter because Texas A&M Maroon, they knew that it was too much to handle, worrying about rotations, worrying about the scrap time, and they're able to slide on in, get those final few seconds, and cap off this one.
They did not want to wait for that next set of rotations, Rome. They said, we are taking it in the destroyed hall, and we are taking it now. But while we've got the stats up, let's go ahead and talk about some real key players from TAMU that made this such an just like destructive win right there for them. 250 to 165. You've got Blake 29 and 16, Deuce 31 and 24, Gyra waking it up and taking it 23 to 20, which was once down 7 at the very beginning, and Quiet with a nice clean 25 and 18, all about equal damage. You've got your objective players that are really spread out nicely. This was just such a really beautiful play for TAMU.
I mean, it was a well-rounded team effort coming out of this TAMU roster. That's really what I see when I'm looking at these numbers. As you stated, I mean, the damage is pretty much even across the board for the entire team. I mean, they're all within about a 500-point range. So, I mean, that is absolutely huge coming in from a damage standpoint and how your team is playing. That means everyone is putting in the work. You look at even the hill time, everyone's doing their job there as well with, you know, you got 3 people with over a minute 25. Like, that is insane. That is great teamwork coming out. And I mean, you look at the side of Colorado Boulder, things are a little bit sporadic. You know, you look at the hill time, you know, you don't really have, you know, a team effort right there. You see Peak wasn't on the hill whatsoever and ended up going 21 and 27. So if you're not going to be a player on the hill, if you're going to be trying to get these rotational kills, playing the edges, you got to be able to be more of an impact than that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I know I'm kind of biting my tongue right now, Rome, because we were out here. We're like, hey, yo, we think CU Boulder is going to go ahead and take this dub. But TAMU said, no, not today. We are going to kick this off incredibly strong. And doing that is just what they did. And honestly, they were just the better player in that moment and players because they played so well together. You can tell this team has the communication. They have everything on lock. I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to do moving into Search and Destroy, because if they go up 2-0 on the series and take that Search and Destroy dub, I mean, I'll say it. I was wrong. TAMU is the dub.
Listen, I have no problem being wrong whatsoever. Listen, I understand that both of these teams coming in they were dead even. And that's why I said it's really going to be all about who just shows up. So, I mean, me saying 3-2 Colorado Boulder, I mean, that's pretty much just, just a wild guess at that point. It's really a guess for both of us because, I mean, both these rosters have the capability of 3-0ing the other team. Both these rosters have the capability of coming in and getting 30'd by the other team. Simply because these teams are so close. All these maps could be that insane where they go either way. We have no idea what to expect the rest of this way. I mean, this could be another situation where, Texas A&M Maroon, they win the first map, and then we see 3 maps going the way of Colorado Boulder the way that we saw it in the last series. You never know what's going to happen when teams are this even.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather it be that way. Here at the College COD League, we are in week 11. We do have the playoffs looming around the corner. The last chance qualifiers, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. And to be this dead even, this is your last week to really show out and solidify your positioning and where you're going to kind of end up on the next round in the postseason. And TAMU looking beautiful.
Yeah, looking absolutely incredible. I mean, and that's the thing is that this squad, they're trying to set themselves up nicely for these later stages. And I mean, they're doing just that right here, right now. Perfect start to this series with this hardpoint victory. And I mean, now they're just going to try to keep the momentum going at this point. That's really all it's going to be about. Just keep that ball rolling. You want it decisively. Like that wasn't a close hardpoint really at the end there. I mean, that was really Texas A&M Maroon really putting their foot down, in my opinion, in that first one. So we got to see exactly what's going to be happening right here going into map 2. I want to see, is Colorado Boulder going to bounce back or not? What are they really made of today?
Well, we are going to see what they are made of because we are going to be moving on to that Tuscan Search and Destroy where things are going to get wild. We had a lot of Tuscan in our first matchup of the day with Maverick Esports and the Akron Zips, but more Tuscan coming now because if the Tuscan S&D goes well for them, we've got Tuscan control right back at him. And I'm really curious to see how TAMU is going to look in Search and Destroy. They were so prevalent in that respawn mode. You had Blake going up 8-1, 9-1, and maybe if he can carry that strength and that momentum, keep the gunny and really just break it down in the Search and Destroy. They're obviously the communications there. I bet they can keep it going and they're just going to keep that momentum moving and just take the dub.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if that's going to be the case. I mean, anytime that you win like that, your guns were firing like that. I mean, you're winning all types of crazy engagements that, you might not be winning on other days, but guess what? Today you're winning them, so you're feeling great. I mean, at the end of the day, this squad in Texas A&M Maroon, I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to be feeling absolutely on top of the world coming out of that map number 1. So, as we just wait for these players to get into this lobby, get all ready. It's gonna be interesting to see. During these little breaks, even these little 5-minute breaks in matches like this that really can decide a lot for the future of your season. I mean, you're thinking of a lot of things right now. I mean, right now, if you're Colorado Boulder, I mean, there's a lot of things going through your mind right now. You're sitting there thinking, okay, man, we were pretty even with this squad on paper, but they kind of manhandled us right there. Is there like a is there a little bit of a gap between our rosters that we don't know about? And so, I mean, if you're on the side of Texas A&M, you're going to be feeling great because coming in, you weren't sure if Colorado Boulder was going to be able to contest with you. And, I mean, so far, they haven't been able to.
Yeah, throughout the season, they have been pretty deadlocked in terms. You had 14-5 for TAMU Maroon, CU Boulder looking 14-6, but let's break it down to that stage 2. TAMU Maroon is at 7-3 in stage 2, CU Boulder 6-4. So they've got one more victory, and basically they're just looking to make it 8-3 in stage 2 going into the next set for playoffs or for LCQs. It's going to be a bloodbath. They're currently in tier 2. We do know that the tier 1 players will automatically advance to the playoffs, so that leaves tier 2 players going into a straight bloodbath for the next 2 weeks. And TAMU Maroon's like, hey, we are just getting ready for it. But like, based on what we saw in that hardpoint, I think is going to tell a lot of the stories here for Search and Destroy. During those moments in the rotations when they were fighting for scrap time, TAMU Maroon left one player there trying to garner the scraps, while CU Boulder sent in someone trying to fight him out for that. And 90% of the time, TAMU Maroon came out on top, winning that 1v1 fight, and they still had the rotations. So if they're willing to win those 1v1s and CU Boulder just couldn't stack the gunny up, that is going to show what we're going to see here in Search and Destroy. We're queuing it up. Cue this beautiful moment. Currently, TAMU sits 1-0 in the series against CU Boulder.
Oh, yeah, big time. And I mean, listen, I see a lot of people right now in the chat. I mean, they're rooting for one team or another right now. just want you to go ahead and put Texas if you're here for Texas A&M. Go ahead and put CU if you're here for Colorado Boulder. I just want to get a feel of who you're here for in the chat right now. I want to see who exactly has got the home field advantage in the crowd right now. That's what I'm wondering. Who traveled? Did the away team travel with their roster, if you will, to come to the chat? That's what I want to know. How supportive is your roster? Well, we're going to find out right now. This is going to be a B hit coming in hot, and that is going to be a big trade coming out for both squads. Now it's going to be a 2v2 situation. Criteria and Peak trying to work this bomb over to B.
Hey, yo, wow, the chat is showing out for Texas. You're right. That 2v2 situation is already in hand. You've got Criteria, Bomb, trying to just figure out, does he want to go A? Does he want to go B? But you've got TAMU in the form of Gyra and Blake looking to get some information. They are swarming in on that CU Boulder player who is going to fall. There is nothing you can do when you get team shot there, buddy.
Yeah, that's going to be a big defensive round coming in for Texas A&M. And, I mean, it's a solid round. Criteria trying to push up. And, I mean, going to be walking directly into 2 reticles. Not going to be living long anytime soon, anytime you do that. And now, we get to see if this Colorado Boulder squad can answer back on the defensive end. I mean, this is the thing, though, is that offense is typically easier. I mean, you said it on this map specifically. You're able to get that bomb down at A. A lot of the times, very easy. Why don't you clear out this side? But, oh, man, they're going to be met with some aggression as Stay Woke Andrew is going to be going in with a beautiful rush. What a play. Oh, he's got 3. Oh, is he going to get the ace? No. As it is going to be Blake surviving, but now going to be in the 1v3. I mean, Stay Woke Andrew, what an amazing start to a round.
Did he just wake up right there? Because he full pushed out of church, took down 3 of the TAMU players, but we know Blake is an absolute demon, currently 2-0 right now, but look at the setup CU Boulder has going on right now. They have bombed down on A. At this point, what do, Blake? You're kind of just looking for some information. Maybe you peek one at a time. You got 40 seconds left on the clock. You've got a little bit of time, but you're going to have to make a strategy. You spot Criteria, shots coming out, unable to really get the kill there. They know where you are. Do you chalk it up and save it, or do you go out fighting?
I mean, right now looks like fighting is going to be the option for Blake, and Peak is going to be able to take him out with the pistol. So Colorado Boulder tying things up at 1 apiece in this one. Oh man, search and destroy, so back and forth. But I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that the defensive side won both of these maps so far. Or both these rounds, excuse me.
That was really wild because I just was not expecting Andrew to just push out through church like that and just go on a 3 spree. At that point, I'm screaming, praying for the ace at that point. But TAMU on defensive, CU Boulder on the attack. Andrew, the aggression, going to go ahead and take the bomb as we see Quiet literally snipe down Peak.
Just a beautiful play coming out. Texas A&M Maroon trying to lock this one down on the defensive side. Yet again, Deuce is going to be dropping. So bringing this one to a 3v3 situation. Trippy son. Oh my goodness, Trippy son. What a play. What a 1v1 to win.
Gotta win your gunnies.
I mean, I ain't winning that. That's why I'm like, ooh, that was nice. I ain't doing that anytime soon.
Once you see some strong reaction time, you're like, this is why I'm on the desk. You're gonna find another one, making it a nice 2v2 situation. Bomb moving through church right now. They've decided the call out is in. It's going to be a B fight for the death right now, Rome.
Oh, yeah, big time. And I mean, right now with Quiet having this sniper out. Yeah, I was about to say, oh, nope. Gonna keep it out. Here we go. Oh. Not able to see him through the boards. Quiet.
Wow.
Gonna be looking here. Is able to take out Criteria. That's just gonna be a great read. And now 26 seconds left. What is Stay Woke gonna do? Might have been able to hit the perfect loop. No! Gyra is gonna be able to take him out. Oh man. That was close.
That was close indeed, and I want to give a shout out to this player right here. By rolling with your teammate throughout the map and being able to read that, the ability, I thought Andrew was going to be able to pick off both of them, but Gira was able to just flip a nice 180 and take the dub there, get the defuse. Very well played right there indeed, putting TAMU up 2-1 here in that Tuscan Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I mean, right now this squad doing a solid job on the defensive end. Let's see if they can pick up an offense, and it does look like they're heading over to A. Now, last time it was a mid-hit coming in from the defense that they just weren't ready. Oh my gosh, he's doing it again. Stay Woke Andrew Peak was able to get 2 with the sniper, and now Stay Woke Andrew, he's behind them as well already. So, I mean, both of these players for Texas A&M Maroon, they are pinched, and this A hit has just not worked out whatsoever as Criteria takes out another. The final player for Texas A&M is on site. That player is slipping and sliding, was able to get through Church into the spawn. So, I mean, if everything goes perfect, Deuce might be able to make something happen, but no, that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah, Deuce was in a really unfortunate situation right there. I mean, at that point, when you're down and you're in a 1v3, look at this pinch right here. Stay Woke Andrew getting a nice line of sight there on Deuce, the ability to cut him down with that MP40. I mean, I was nervous. At that point, Deuce had a chance to maybe run around the map for a little bit, let the time get a little bit closer, but you have to at least cut it down to a 1v2. You're still going to have to get the bomb down. You're still going to have to be able to set up for that defense, and there was just nothing they can do. You could not defend the defuse because you couldn't even get it planted. Meanwhile, right now, CU Boulder on the attack. Stay Woke Andrew holding the bomb down for themselves, and it's looking like they're just waiting for some information. But look at TAMU overextending themselves, looking to get into the spawn because they haven't moved.
I mean, they're playing aggressive right now, and that's the thing is that they just got hit with so many aggressive defensive plays. They said, you know what, let's go ahead and do the exact same thing. It worked against us. Let's see if it's going to work against them. But now 3 players for this Colorado Boulder roster are in position to make a play onto this B bomb site. I mean, right now, it is going to be all up to Stay Woke Andrew alongside with Trippy Sun. And yeah, finally, all 4 players are going to be ready, and it looks like Texas A&M Maroon aren't ready for this at all. They are completely giving this up. I am not sure how they aren't reading this.
Yeah, I don't know how they haven't read this because you've got TAMU overextending into the spawn, but Blake never gave the call out that they went B. Blake is just now moving. This is not the time that you want to be doing this, but Quiet is going to find a nice kill on to Peak, and the aggression coming in from TAMU throughout Command Center. They're moving in. They're trying to read it a little bit because you see CU Boulder is already set up for defense. Deuce making that a nice 4v2.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, this is just a great retake situation. Trippy Sun not able to even take 1 out, and now Stay Woke Andrew, 14 seconds left. You just got to play your life. Able to get 1, gets 2. Oh, not able to get the 3rd off the bomb. And he is able to get that defuse in time. My goodness. Just barely in time. I thought for a split second that he was able to do that. Wow.
Look, Rome. Stay Woke Andrew has got some nice plays. As we see Blake kind of with the cleanup here, just puts 1 bullet in him. He was already weak. You're getting team shot at that point. Just put a little slap him with a wet napkin. That's what I like to say when I'm playing games. I'm like, look, he's literally 1 shot. You can breathe on him. He's going to die. It's pretty much the situation that Stay Woke Andrew was in. But nice 2 plans for him. I thought for a second he was going to outlast that moment, but you got TAMU on the offensive. Deuce with the bomb. I love this. At least he's playing the objective right now, currently 2-5. If he's gonna have to step it up a little bit, but they're still in the lead. I imagine if Deuce kind of picked it up right now, this would be a landslide. As the trades coming in, Trippy finds a nice 2-piece. Already a 3v2 situation in the form of CU Boulder.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a beautiful play coming out for sure on the defensive side. But Quiet is able to make a big play right there. And I mean, now the bomb is down, but it's in a very easy place to obtain it. It does look like this player in Peak is currently trying to watch over the bomb. But guess what? Texas A&M Maroon, is this going to be the right play? Making your way through this church is no. Trippy Sun is able to get 1. Now Quiet's going to be hunting him down. He's looking, waiting for him. Oh, no. Oh, there he, oh, okay. There you go. 1 more. Here we go. Oh, but he's not able to win it, though. Colorado Boulder end up coming out on top. Time this one up 3-3.
3-3 indeed. I want to see this pistol kill right here from Peak onto Quiet. Just really caught him not ready for that engagement. I love what TAMU does. They kind of run in 2s at the point where there's like a 2-person situation left. But at the end there, they kind of split off. And when the 1 player went down, the trade was unable to get. And the CU Boulder player had enough time to rotate out, lay down, and wait for him to be chased. The moment he gets picked off from behind, the call comes out for his teammate to grab the trade. Nice first blood there by Quiet on a Stay Woke Andrew.
Yeah, and I don't know what changed on this map, but all of a sudden going A is just met with nothing but death. And that is interesting to me. I don't know if teams are starting to figure out how to be able to push out on defense now. Because before, it seemed like literally teams just weren't challenging that side whatsoever. And now both of these teams are challenging it every single round. So I'm interested to see if the meta is now changed. Is B the easier side now to push?
I mean, we haven't really seen a full B push just yet. People are still kind of waiting and trying to figure out the A, but the moment they wait just a little bit too long, you've got that defensive player pushing outside of church and overextending and really confusing the attacking players to decide, like, hey, we don't know where to go. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to win this. Now you got TMU on offensive criteria grabbing that first blood. Peak trying to get something going with this Car 98, but he's going to get stunned. Nade's coming out. Palm is down, and this is not what you want if you're TMU.
Not at all. I mean, but great stuff coming out of this Colorado Boulder roster. Is now only Blake is going to be left. He's going to be fallen. We got ourselves a 4-4 game now. Man, this one is coming down to the wire.
I mean, Criteria with a nice shot in the back right there. I mean, let's be real. I'm going to give it to CU Boulder. It's like once you think that TAMU has an inch, CU Boulder is like, nah, I'm meeting you right there. We are tied up 4-4. This is anyone's game. And if you're trying to make some difference here, you've got Quiet, who's 10-7 right now. We saw Blake being such a standout on Hardpoint, only 3-5. I feel like Deuce needs to step it up if TAMU wants to take a clear victory here.
Well, let's see if the defensive stop is going to be coming in. Quiet did get spotted out. Oh, no, but he gets taken out. Peak and Trippy Sun get a first 2 kills that are absolutely going to be huge for this squad in Colorado Boulder. Bomb is going to be going down as well. So now it's going to be a 2v4 retake coming in. And, oh, man, this is just rough.
Rough indeed. Blake looking for some information, just trying to see what's going on. Playing that back line of sight, just barely overlooking them. Gira is going to get a nice kill on Peak to try and even it up. We just needed one more to make it a 2v2 situation, but they're all going to have to get on that defuse. 20 seconds left, Rome.
Oh, they were able to spot out Criteria. Only 12 seconds remaining, as you stated. Last player alive, stay woke, Andrew. Just going to be doing a loop. As I mean, situations like this, I mean, if I'm Texas A&M, I don't know how I'm feeling right now. I mean, you had the momentum after the first map, a ton of it. And now it feels like Colorado Boulder are just slowly picking you apart. And now they have, now they're on match point. I mean, this could be a huge momentum swing in this series, like I stated.
Yeah, a huge momentum swing indeed. But the thing is, Stay Woke Andrew is phenomenal at Search and Destroy. He is making this his series right now to win. He wants to keep CU Boulder into this. And, you know, that is just what he is doing. Peak with that diamond sniper right there. Lines coming out, just waiting to get a nice little peek. Will it happen? And boom, it does. First blood in the form of Peak with the sniper, which I love to see. But is it going to be enough? You've got that 4v3. Deuce has the bomb. It's lurking near A. Can they get it down? I feel like they're just kind of wasting too much time over there.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could be wasting time. But, I mean, right now, oh, that's unfortunate. I guess they felt the pinch coming in. And, oh, but that kill right there on Criteria needed to come through. And Criteria is going to be going big for his roster. And now Deuce is going to be left in a 1v3 situation, as he's going to be dropping as well. And Colorado Boulder end up tying up this series 1-1. Whew, man, I mean, we knew these teams were even, so I'm not really surprised that they're even in the series after 2 games.
I am most definitely not surprised. Nice little final kill right there by Trippy Sun, who went 11-6 here in Search and Destroy. I know I was talking about it all being Stay Woke Andrew for Search and Destroy, but Trippy Sun really coming out in that last round. CU Boulder said, hey, yo, you want that 3-2? I'm going to give it to you. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Let's go ahead and take a nice overlook at the stats here. Quiet, nice 11-9. Deuce with that 210. Oh, 2 breadsticks. two breadsticks, two non-garlic breadsticks. Unfortunately, an average damage per round of 47. Deuce, I'm gonna need you to step it up here in the control, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, definitely gonna have another opportunity for sure. I mean, their respawn looked a lot better than their search and destroy. So who knows? Maybe Deuce might be able to perform better in the respawn mode coming up. I mean, we just gotta wait and find out at the end of the day. But I mean, listen, 1-to-1 situation with these two squads. I mean, I don't even know, man. This one, I called it going the distance. I might have been right. That's all I got to say. But listen, we'll find out very, very soon. I mean, both these squads right now doing an absolutely incredible job today. So we'll find out exactly how things are going to be shaking up in just a little bit. I mean, going into this next map of Control, we already know the momentum is starting to shift over toward this Colorado roster. We got to see exactly how Texas A&M now are going to try to fight back as they find themselves the ones on their heels.
Ones on their heels, indeed. We're going to get another dose of Tuscan in the form of Tuscan Control, which we got to see earlier in our first matchup, and we saw just how detrimental it can be. But if you can get that first offensive win in any way, shape, or form, the tides will turn. Will CU Boulder be able to keep up that momentum, or will TAMU Maroon come in fighting?
We just got to wait and find out. Listen, don't you guys go anywhere. We're going to be getting these players all in their lobbies ready to go. So listen, we'll be right back after this short break. Go grab some popcorn. Go grab some water. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the CCL Week 11. I'm Rome DMV, joined alongside Spider Tiff. We've got ourselves a 1-to-1 series heading into this map 3 of Control. It is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We saw one team dominate in Hardpoint. We saw another team dominate in Search. Now we get to see what's going to be happening in the Control. Here we go.
Yeah, we've got Tuscan Control coming up, which we just saw Tuscan Search and Destroy. So we got a nice little double dose of Tuscan. But the thing is, who's going to reign victorious here? Because I feel like this map of Control right now is going to be the deciding factor in how this series is going to go. When you're tied up 1-1 like this, we saw TAMU being absolutely dominating on that hard point in Berlin, with CU Boulder coming out incredibly aggressive in the Search and Destroy. How is this going to shape up? Will CU Boulder take that momentum and reign strong here in Control, or will TAMU be like, hey, this is my mode, buddy, back off?
I mean, who knows? I mean, that's the thing, though, is that TAMU, they looked so strong in that first hard point. We know that this is another respawn mode. So, yes, Colorado Boulder looks solid in the search, but, I mean, honestly, in that first respawn, things weren't looking all too crispy for them. So, who knows? I want to see if that's going to translate over to this. I want to see if, you know, if this Texas A&M roster is going to be feeling good enough to come into this one and really put them away, maybe steal away an offensive round pretty early on. Who knows? I mean, I'm really going to be excited to see this one. Who's going to be on offense? Who's going to be on defense? Who's going to get that first crack at breaking the mold?
Breaking the mold, indeed, and we saw this happen early on in our first matchup of the day with Maverick Esports and the Akron Zips. We saw the issue started when Maverick Esports took that offensive win on Tuscan Control. So basically, beginning in that moment, they reverse swept the Akron Zips to take it 3-1. That is exactly what could happen here with CU Boulder, or TAMU reigns supreme here. Now, TAMU on the offensive, full out push to A site.
Yeah, exactly. Going to be coming in quite hot, quiet. Going to be trying to take out one. He's going to be able to put the nade in a nice spot. Not going to be able to take anything out, though. But, I mean, still, this Texas A&M roster, they're looking to get this first little tick of progress, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, you can see Colorado Boulder right now. I mean, they're trying to bottleneck, trying to time out this push perfectly. But guess what? They are getting shut down by the guns of Texas A&M Maroon, who are almost done capping this second point of progression.
Second point of progression is coming in right now. One tick left. But if you are Stay Woke Andrew and this church is your home, you're going to have to push out. Point A now secured with 27 lives remaining. And yeah, they've got 2 minutes on the clock, but this is where the hard part starts. They have to get down to B. And we know that B is the defensive team's bread and butter. They're setting up right now. We know CU Boulder can hold it down, but The lives are what it's going to come down to. Blake right now putting on the show, trying to get a nice kill on Trippy Sun, trying to get out of command center and get on to B.
And right here, this is a nasty head glitch he is on right now. Definitely one of my favorites in the game, at least. Right now, Quiet going to be doing a nice job pushing out the back. Currently going to be up 3 lives is Texas A&M Maroon. That's going to be Stay Woke Andrew coming in from the side, is able to pick up one. Going to be looking for one more. And he is going to be able to find him as well. So a big play coming in from Andrew in Colorado Boulder, who yet again cleared out the push coming in from Texas A&M.
Yeah, cleared out the push. Indeed, a lot of mid-map battles. Deuce finds a nice 2-piece, but no real progression over at B. While they do have 20 lives remaining and CU Boulder in a little bit of a life deficit, no one has really hopped on to B yet. And as I say that, Quiet makes a move, is going to get cut down by Stay Woke Andrew. The backup is there. They just need to get rid of Peak. I love that Deuce has already decided to jump on, making some progress. Not the first tick just yet, but he is living there, making it his home. Gonna get cut down, unfortunately, by Stay Woke Andrew, and now they're gonna have to regroup and get that push. Did the tick come in, Rome? They did solidify? No, they did not.
Yeah, and that one is gonna be getting fully reset, so now they're gonna find themselves with a full B that they need to capture, and only 45 seconds remaining. So far, Colorado Boulder, they're set up with this one. Essentially, this is theirs to lose right now. It's pretty even in lives overall. So I don't think it's going to be coming down to that for sure. And, I mean, with 12 apiece right now, Colorado Boulder, they've just got to hold on for one more push, essentially.
Yeah, one more push indeed, but at this point, you're tied up on lives. You have 24 seconds remaining. CU Boulder has created a fortress down there on the B site, and some of the players are overextending into the mid-map to prevent any pushes. But if you are a TAMU, look at the clock, buddy. 12 seconds remaining. Someone is going to have to touch the B site, but CU Boulder is set up, just chilling down there. Thank God Quiet touches, but is going to back off. They are going to lose this solely on the fact that no one is touching. And as I say that, with 1 second left on the clock, a player jumps on, ticks of progression coming in, lives are timed out. But if you're CU Boulder, you just have to cut them down once, and the cut comes down. CU Boulder takes the win.
Yeah, they're finally able to clear them off of that point. I mean, it was a close one, but I mean, Colorado Boulder answering back strong, able to get the first one on defense, and now they're going to be heading over to that offensive side. So the question is, you stop them from doing it, but can you do it to them?
Can you do it to them? Indeed. I mean, that's pretty much how this started with our first matchup of the day. It went 1-1, both teams winning their defensive rounds. And in that second set, when the player went on, was Maverick Esports in that second round to take offense. That was where the tides turned. So, can CU Boulder make some progression here on A as that full-out A rush gets cut down by TAMU? And then you've got Deuce pushing in, overextending, looking for some mid-map kills. They're going on that aggressive front, looking to really take a chunk out of their lives.
Oh, yeah, and it is going to be Blake picking up 2 in the mid. That's going to be absolutely massive coming out. He is finally going to be dropping. But already this squad in Texas A&M Maroon is currently up 2 kills. Feeling pretty good. Solid defensive stand going to be coming out so far. Deuce is able to pick up another one. I mean, the kill feed, it's a lot of red in it for sure. Stay Woke Andrew trying to change that. As finally, they are going to be able to get 3 down, and this might be the first tick of progression going to be coming through on this A point.
First tick of progression comes through. Second tick of progression looking to be completed, and there it is. But there is just absolute chaos right there on A. But while that's going on, check out Trippy Sun down there, uncontested on B. Will get cut down right before the first tick of progression comes in. Now, CU Boulder, 17 lives remaining, 43 seconds on the clock right now. Just really need to finish off at A. But you've got Stay Woke Andrew over at B. 2 TAMU players coming in to say what's up.
Yeah, they're going to say hello, hey, what's up, for sure. And Criteria currently sitting at 10 and 8 in bottom of church. Just going to be trying to lock this one down. As I mean, right now, it looks like they are going to be able to finish this one off. So 1:40 remaining. And they've already got that tick of progression over at B as well. So Colorado Boulder, I mean, they've got a solid start to this one. They've got the base. They've got the foundation for a successful win on offense. Let's just see if they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen teams have a really foundational start even at B, but unfortunately, with the spawns in favor of the defensive team, it's so hard to break it. You've got 3 CU Boulder teammates just chilling up in church. Stay Woke Andrew in command center, just kind of waiting for the call out to push in. He's going down the stairs right now, looking for the rotation through church. He's going to find someone in the back, but that's okay. You still need to get on the zone and start taking it down. But Blake says bye. And then you've got the reinforcements from TAMU coming in hot, making light work. The issue with this is CU Boulder just has such a long rotation to get over onto B. They have 9 lives remaining, Rome. This is tough. They probably got like a good 2 pushes left.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that they've only got about 2 left. I mean, looking at this, 30 seconds remaining. Stay Woke Andrew currently 15 and 10. Going to need to get a little bit better than that if they want to win this round right here because, I mean, this squad in Texas A&M Maroon, they are absolutely trying to shut down this push. Player 5 and 8, Stay Woke and Trippy, they're going to need to go big. But guess what? I mean, this is going to be the final push right here, right now. Trippy is going to be dropping. Stay Woke is going to be staying alive for now. He's 16 and 10. Can he pick up another one in the backside? It's going to be a big kill. No. Stay Woke is going to be going down, and oh, man, I thought they might have had it for a second there, but no, Texas A&M Maroon, they held on strong on the defensive end.
They did hold on strong indeed, but now what I'm looking forward to is who's going to break the cycle, who's going to break the rhythm and get that first offensive win, because if it all comes down to dubs on defense, I just feel like that's not it. I want to see someone break the mold. We're tied up 1-1. This is exactly how that first matchup of the day started. Things started to change here. If that's going to happen, then TAMU is going to be the one to break the mold and take a dub on offensive. We've got an all-out push towards A, but you got Blake who's cutting through the middle. I kind of like this, but the usually aggressive CU Boulder team is all met with conflict inside the church.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be met head on, and it looks like Texas A&M not going to be coming out on top of that situation, but they are going to be able to get some control over at this A point. Are they going to be able to get this first tick in? Yes, they are. That's going to be a big start as Stay Woke Andrew on the flank right now, trying to make some plays happen. But that's the thing, when you go for a flank, yes, you were able to get 2 kills, but they've already got 2 full ticks of progression today.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there. You've got 25 lives remaining, 2 full ticks of progression, a minute left on the clock. This is kind of where you need to be. Win your fights right now. You got that player in criteria trying to stay alive, but it's just going to be completely encompassed by the TAMU players. Peak trying to get in there and maybe salvage anything that he can do, but that 3rd tick of progression is so close to being completed with a lot of players up there. But this is similar to what we saw with TAMU on the offensive. Stay Woke Andrew doing the absolute most, trying to cut as many people down as possible. That last tick of progression, not quite there. Stay Woke Andrew with a nice 5 kill streak, holding down the fort at A, but this is the time. Push up 3v1, cut down Andrew, get your last tick of progression, and then really start down on B. I love that criteria is down there in command center, watching for some rotations, calling out. No one trying to touch B right now.
Yeah, I mean, finally they are able to do just that. Absolutely locking it down. Looks like a wall coming out of Colorado Boulder right now in the mini-map. They are saying, you shall not pass. They're all going to be locking down a lane, but the most important one is going to be criteria at the bottom of your map. Player number 6, who is going to be going up against Deuce. This exchange right here. Is going to be huge, and Deuce won that with 64 health remaining. Good gravy.
Good gravy indeed. We got 15 lives remaining for TAMU with a little over a minute left on the clock. No ticks of progression onto B, and CU Boulder proving that they can create a fortress around this site. I feel like TAMU kind of needs to huddle together and just push onto site and have the trades. And as I say that, Blake and Gira find a nice 2 in the middle of the map. The issue with B is the reinforcements are right there. Trippy's not answering back, cutting them down. This is where it comes down to it. We saw it with CU Boulder. They had 2 pushes remaining and were unable to make it happen. The same thing is happening with TAMU right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the thing, is that this defense is just so strong. And I mean, when it comes down to ticks of progression, I'll be the first to say I've not been counting. So I have no idea who at this point would have the advantage if it were to go to that fatal overtime.
Oh, fatal overtime indeed. That kill feed goes Maroon, but it's not going to be enough. 13 seconds left on the clock. CU Boulder holding it down right now. But Gira over there in the backside of B really took a nice kill there. They're able to stop the clock, but they're not living. I know he's trying to watch the flank, but the flank isn't happening there. He's going to get cut down. CU Boulder making this happen right now for them to go up 2-1 in control.
Yeah, I mean, a solid start. I mean, up 2-1. The thing is, though, as you stated, they're defensive rounds. So,
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. We really needed someone to win an offensive round. Now, if CU Boulder takes this and somehow gets defensive in that 5th round and takes the dub, that's going to be it for them. But if you're only going to win your defenses, it's just going to come down to that tiebreaker and who's going to get on defense if that's how we're going to play. Stay Woke Andrew and co for CU Boulder making a full-out push to B. The call comes in from TAMU. The rotations are in, and mid-map battles are happening. Quiet, staying alive there in the command center, not fully pushing onto site. But they only need to cut down 2 players. Different little change of pace there.
Yeah, definitely going to be a different change of pace. But, I mean, I'm just as astounded as you are as to how far back these players spawn. Like, I know it's one thing to spawn out. It's another thing to spawn out at the edge of the back of the map. Like, that is where these players are spawning right now for Colorado Boulder. And, I mean, that is just so rough. But finally, they're able to get 2 ticks of progression over at this 8-point, working on the 3rd right now. But this squad in Texas A&M Maroon going to be shutting that down for now. And, I mean, as long as they can, stall this one out for as long as possible, they're going to be feeling great.
Yeah, but I kind of like what they did there, right? They took that all-out push to B, forcing TAMU to rotate down to B, giving them the spawn advantage to push A. And look at that. A has been secured. Another minute on the clock, 24 lives remaining. But hey, we've seen it where they've had 27 remaining and they still weren't able to take B. But look at defensive setup by TAMU. You've got one in the back holding that top of church. Then you've got Gira down there watching the overhead of the B side itself. And then you have 2 players watching the mid-map rotations and calling out anything that they notice. We got 2 players from CU Boulder hanging out in church. They have not decided to push in. Still a minute 30 left on the clock. They got a little bit of time.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that you just got to be patient. You really just got to wait for your opportunity to crack through. And I mean, as you can see right now, it is going to be quiet in the back of the map, just trying to lock this one down, not let these players from Colorado get into the spawns. And I mean, they've done a great job of that. They've got the 8-kill advantage right now. A minute 14 remaining. I think this is looking like an overtime. So the big question is who won or who got more progression points? That's the big question. I believe
I feel like
Colorado Boulder. I remember they snuck away a B. I remember they snuck away an early B. I don't remember if Texas A&M were able to get any of B.
Yeah, I think that's where it's going to be tough right now. Criteria and Trippy Sun taking a nice big 2-piece. That's going to be really important there. Let's look at the lives. 9 left for CU Boulder. 8 as I say that. TAMU has got them pretty much doubled, and they are holding down the defensive front. There's still 40 seconds remaining in order for that team to go ahead and capture the B side, but it's going to come down to lives at this point. They have 1 full team push remaining. Woke. Did you wake up, Andrew? Stay Woke, Andrew? 30, 22 right now? The objective kills 13? This is insane.
Yeah, I mean, Stay Woke is literally the entire team right now. Oh, wait a second. The entire kill feed just went white. Uh-oh. This is a game now. I mean, Peak, he does go down. They were able to get the 2nd tick of progression. Now they've just got to hold on for a little bit longer. Criteria on the point. He's going to go. Blake. He's going to be able to clear them out with Jira, and now 12 seconds remaining. Are they going to be able to get there in time? I don't think so. They made it interesting for a second. It's going to be all up to Stay Woke Andrew to get into the point. No, he is going to be dropping as well. Yeah, that's going to be it. Wow, we're going to an overtime, and listen, take a deep breath. I believe that just now, most definitely this Colorado Boulder roster, I believe that they just secured defense.
I mean, they were able to get 2 ticks of progression there on B. We know they took... Oh, you are correct in that, sir. CU Boulder getting that defensive run here. This could be an interesting matchup. We may see Colorado Boulder going up 2-1 in the series here against TAMU. Let's wait it out.
Oh, man, that would be absolutely incredible if this squad were able to rack up 2 games in a row. I mean, this TAMU roster. And I'm sure that after the way the first map went, they would be shell-shocked if they lost the next two. So, oof, man. But to start off an offense, I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, I don't want to say it, but I mean, this is literally a perfect start to an offense. They capped A, and now they've got 2:20 remaining. They're up by 4 kills as well. Colorado Boulder better play their cards right.
Play their cards right, indeed. You can see they're starting to make that kind of defensive structure down there to guard B, but I think TAMU just needs to rotate through the back of the map and kind of hold hands at this point. But you've got Criteria there in the back, but the trades come in, which is absolutely beautiful, but they get flanked by the wake of Peak and Stay Woke Andrew, forcing TAMU to start all the way back in their spawns. You've got Deuce over there still looking for a little bit of information. Can he pick off 1 or 2? But here the split comes in. You got 3 players up on the top in form of TAMU. You've got Blake mid-map trying to listen for some information. Quiet cutting some people down in church. Now they're going to regroup. Can they get to be a minute 29 seconds remaining? They're still up on 4 kills, which is pretty nice.
It's going to be very nice indeed, and they're going to be feeling all fine and dandy, at least for now. But the thing is, the Trippy Sun, oh man, you can't go down there. That's going to be big because now it's going to be an open and then up the doors as Deuce is going to be flying through the back. And I mean, right now, this could be the push that Texas A&M Maroon needed, as they are able to get one. That's going to be a big kill on the Criteria. Big kills coming out in the back. Oh my god, Deuce just got a big 2-piece in the back of the spawn. He was able to take out Peak and Trippy Sun in the back, and that's going to be huge because now they've got the 5-point advantage. They don't have any tick of progression so far, but listen, they've got the kills. They're in their spawn. It's only 10 remaining, and there's 53 seconds left.
At this point, Rome, if you're TAMU, treat this like team deathmatch. You've got 48 seconds remaining, but all you have to do is take 9 more kills on CU Boulder. Treat it like TDM and win it.
It's going to be a very tense situation right now. I mean, Trippy Sun understanding that his life is very, very important right now as he does play it correctly and is able to have the perfect bait as Stay Woke is able to come in. Trying to send this point back the other way. There's 26 seconds remaining. Oh, but guess what? That's going to be a couple kills going the way of Texas A&M Maroon. Oh, man, they're up by 7. Here we go. They're on the point. This is going to be the last push coming in from Colorado Boulder. Quiet's able to take down Trippy Sun, and that's going to only leave them with 3 remaining. They are able to pick up a few kills, though. 25 seconds. Oh, my goodness. The stand coming in from Colorado Boulder. It might have just been enough, as they're spawning all the way out. 15 seconds remaining. They've got plenty of time to get onto the hill, though. This player coming through church is going to be the one that I'm looking for. Player number 4. He's got 10 seconds. He's going to be coming in. It's going to be Jira picking up 1. Quiet picks up another, and this might be it. Player number 4 is going to slide on into the point. The last one remaining is Peak, and he's not going to be able to get it. Texas A&M Maroon win it. Oh, my goodness. What an incredible turn of events.
What an incredible turn of events indeed. We knew this was going to be won on an offensive round, but we didn't know it was going to be like this. Look at that beautiful 2-piece out of Deuce. I said it in the search and destroy. I was like, Deuce, you need to step it up. And he goes 39 and 36 with 10 assists, Rome. We said step it up. He did it. He was like, I'm going to give him the Deuce. Bye, guys. TAMU in the lead right now. Oh, my God. That was beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I didn't think that it was possible, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they started to make it happen, and were able to get cooking. And I mean, that's what happens if you get hot at the right time in this mode. You can make those offensive rounds happen, and they were able to do it at the most important time possible. Wow, I don't even know what else to say. Hats off to Texas A&M Maroon. Up now 2-1 in the series. I mean, that was close. It felt like Colorado Boulder had it.
It felt like they had it indeed, but we told you they just needed the offensive round. But let's go ahead and take a look at these stats. You got Stay Woke Andrew with a nice 39 and 31. There's pretty even there on the offense and defense kills. I mean, the damage, 4,400. But then only person on the map to beat him is going to be Deuce with that almost 4,600 damage. And this is where it comes in clutch. Look at the offense kills and defense kills for Deuce. He had 48 offensive kills, and I guarantee you the majority of them were for that last round to really come through and net that win for them. That was brilliantly done. Sorry for hating on you in the search and destroy, Deuce. We now know that your area of expertise is control, my guy, in form of the offense, because now this is what you need. You took that win on hardpoint and you're going back to hardpoint.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's the thing, is going back to that bread and butter. Woof, man, this is the thing. I don't know, man. This squad right here might be feeling very, very good. I mean, that's the thing. You win the first hard point. Now you get the control, and you win it in a nail-biter. On the offensive side of a control, I don't even know what else to say at that point. I mean, you win an offensive control, you're going to be feeling extremely good, especially in overtime. I mean, my goodness, shout out to Texas A&M.
Shout out to Texas A&M indeed, and we know that Blake excels in the hard point. We know that he's going to be out there demonizing, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, listen, it has been an absolute treat so far watching these teams battle it out. I mean, first game of the night, first series of the night, you know, we had an incredible 4 games that, you know, in an upset that we really didn't see coming. And, I mean, in this one, where both these teams are so even, I mean, to get a nail-biter like that, Game 5 overtime in the control to decide who takes control in the series overall, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
It does not get any better in this, indeed. And I'm excited. I know I said 3-1 CU Boulder, but it's looking like it might be 3-1 in the form of TAMU winning it all, because they're like, hey, I'm showing up. I can't believe I doubted them. This is just like a nail-biter.
Yeah, exactly. You know, this is literally one that they're feeling like they need to win as well, simply because, I mean, listen, anytime that you're dead even with another team when it comes to record-wise in pretty much every single mode, even in your team record, you're going to be sitting here literally thinking, okay, if we meet a team like this in the playoffs, we're going to want to be able to say that we can beat a team like this. So, you know, that's exactly what I'm going to be looking for right here, right now, is how well is this squad going to be able to bounce back? Are they going to be able to say, you know what, we won the first hard point, so you know what, we can go ahead and stomp them in this game number 4? I hope so.
Yeah, and this is going to be a little bit of a change-up. We're actually going to a Gavutu hard point. So it's going to get a little spicy. TAMU is going to take a trip to the beaches, and we're going to see who can come out on top. Can you be victorious? Will you take home that little ship? Make a little home in that ship? I like it. I like that ship.
Yeah, we just got to wait and find out. I mean, listen, we're trying to get all these players into this lobby, and it seems like we just did right there. And, I mean, listen, coming to this ship, I mean, let's just see what these teams got to offer. I mean, this one is going to be fast-paced.
Honestly, I think TAMU's going to ride the wave of what they just did there on that offensive victory on the Tuscan control and come out swinging. We saw just exactly how they did there on that Berlin hardpoint. They had about a 100-point lead. CU Boulder trying to cut it back, and they were able to make it a little less painful, right? But it wasn't enough. So how is this going to start? We know Stay Woke Andrew's really aggressive, but let's see. We've got an all-out push to that P1. Who's going to come out on top in anti-air guns?
It's going to be a big battle for sure. Criteria trying to get control right now. He's going to understand this one's going to be contested. Didn't in the shots early, but they are going to be going awry as Quiet's going to be going up 2-0 in the kill feed currently. Texas A&M Maroon definitely feeling good for sure. They're coming out hot, because right now Quiet is anything but quiet, coming out extremely loud right now. 3-0 to his name.
3-0 to his name already, trying to get, and then I say it, Stay Woke Andrew says, I'm gonna cut you down. But it doesn't matter, because TAMU currently is taking the majority of the points on this hill. You've got Deuce trying to find a streak of his own before getting cut down. Criteria finding a nice 2-piece right there. And when I say a 2-piece, he's gonna cut down his own teammate, which is very unfortunate, by the way. Still, most of the points going to TAMU here on P1. You gotta look at the rotations. We're all over at Ship, where 3 members of CU Boulder have been met with 2 of TAMU.
Yeah, and that's the thing, this TAMU roster, they're getting in there, and they are making waves early on. It was Colorado Boulder that had the rotations, but, I mean, rotations don't mean much if you're not going to win the gunfights once they start up. And, I mean, that was the situation, but now Colorado Boulder's regained control, so it's going to need to be the break coming in from Texas A&M Maroon. But that is going to be not happening whatsoever. My goodness, the whole kill feed going white. And Colorado Boulder, they're coming back in this one.
Coming back indeed. You got Stay Woke Andrew currently double positive right now, really making a home in the ship. I was talking about that and I was like, oh, I really didn't think someone was going to try to live in it, but here it is. Criteria not able to get that kill on Blake as he does a complete 180. The break coming in, just out here fighting for scrap time, which is interesting. You've got 3 members of CU Boulder moving in on the ship, trying to get TAMU out of the scrap time. They said, no, we want that last 4 seconds. But look at the rotation. This here on South Beach is usually a money hill, and the ability to hold this is so substantial. And CU Boulder on it early, but you got Blake up there in the top right of the corner trying to secure spawns and make sure that they can get the break.
And right now, Peak going to be doing a good job contesting early. Just trying to lock this one down. Is going to drop, though. This Deuce now is going to be the one on point for Texas A&M Maroon. See, right now is going to need to get a big kill. Is going to get the help of a teammate. That's going to be 3 going down. So Texas A&M, they're doing a great job of slaying out. Trippy Son going to be trying to contest if he can right here on this tank. That's going to be a big 1v1. Is able to win it, but does drop eventually. I mean, Texas A&M Maroon, they're doing a great job every single time of answering right on back, and now they're going to find themselves with a nice about 20-point lead.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're not able to really get on a point and hold it for the full duration. It seems like it goes pretty split. Blake right now holding for the scraps, but look at the rotation coming in over by Radar Station. You've got Peak and Trippy Son living to make sure they get that, and then you've got Criteria in the form trying to get all those mid-map rotation kills. TAMU spawning in on that bottom left side of the ship, gonna have to make a full coordinated push onto Radar to get the team out. Nades coming in. Stay Woke Andrew finding a nice critical kill. Criteria as well, but they're going to get traded out. But TAMU and the break coming in.
Break is coming in fast and effective. I say that, but Trippy was able to pick up 2, and that is going to be big. You see the spawn still going to be coming in for Colorado Boulder. They're doing a terrific job right now. As you can see, I mean, Blake and Deuce trying to lock this one down, hold this front line, but still the spawns are coming in for Colorado Boulder in the back. And I mean, this is just a problem when you're winning gunfights, but it doesn't matter because they just keep on spawning up right there. And I mean, honestly, this is great stuff coming out of Colorado Boulder to be able to contest for so long.
Yeah, they're able to contest for a really good portion of time, but TAMU is still able to hold that 20-point lead consecutively. They get the scrap time, but this time here on the docks, TAMU is going to get that early rotation in the form of Quiet and Blake holding down the fort. They're all a little split up, but I think they're going to be able to hold off TAMU here, even if they've got the spawns in favor of CU Boulder.
I mean, it is going to be a nice lead coming out for sure. And the thing is that it's looking like a well-rounded effort right now for honestly both of these squads, and that's exactly what you want to see. There's nobody carrying, nobody slacking really. Everybody's doing their job. And this is going to lead to a great hardpoint game. And honestly, this one, it might end up coming down to the wire. Texas A&M Maroon, they do have the slight advantage right now, but it seems like that advantage isn't being capitalized on.
Not being capitalized on indeed. They're still holding that around 20-second consecutive lead, but it's just not enough. They're not necessarily breaking away, and you don't really want to let this go to a game 5. We don't want to see CU Boulder and Search and Destroy again. Peak finding a nice double kill as they start that second set of rotations, but look who's on it early. CU Boulder trying to tie it up. We got less than a 10-point game now.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, they were able to come back very, very quickly in this one. Now Blake trying to make something happen is going to be dropping Peak. He's going to be making plays happen up top himself. Colorado Boulder. But now taking the lead, and Texas A&M Maroon going to need to find a way to get back into this one because, I mean, this one is looking literally like Colorado Boulder are starting to slowly figure this out the longer this game goes.
Yeah, it's like during the first set of rotations, they were just trying to communicate and kind of read what TAMU was going to be doing, and this is totally a different shift. TAMU was able to hold the majority of the points on P1, but the second set of rotations, CU Boulder is holding the majority, with TAMU only getting the scrap time. You've already got Colorado Boulder rotated down to the ship with some early rotational fights down there, but this is not what you need to do. We've got a 9-point game, make that 10, but CU Boulder getting some early time onto the ship. We know TAMU was only able to hold that 20-second lead, but now the tides are turning here on Gavutu.
Oh, yes, they are. And, I mean, anytime the tides start to come in, I mean, things can definitely get interesting for sure. It's Trippy is going to be able to get one. Mantle's up, not able to take out another one. Deuce picks up 2, though. That's going to be big for this Texas A&M squad. So right now he's just going to be locking this one down. If he can pick up this kill on Stay Woke, that'd be massive. I believe he was able to call him out, and that is going to be Stay Woke dropping. That's going to be 2 dropping. Oh, this is a lot of points now going over toward Texas A&M. Now they've taken the lead. I mean, this game is going back and forth.
This is kind of what we're seeing on a lot of hard points right now. A lot of back and forth. TMU going to be able to get a little bit of scrap time right now. No one is fully rotated over to South Beach, but you got Peak over there looking to make sure he can hold down the fort. Stay Woke Andrew and Trippy Sun trying to secure some spawns as Criteria pulls off a nice big 2-piece. Early points on the board. Still a 16 point deficit in the form of CU Boulder, but they're making another comeback.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, you just want to keep on seeing these teams answer back. It seems like every single time that one of these teams find themselves down, they're able to muster up something to make a comeback and start to get this lead again. So, now it's just Colorado Boulder's turn. Now you got to see if they're going to be able to hold on to this lead or if Texas A&M are going to answer right on back yet again.
Hey, trying to answer on back indeed. The 23 seconds left on the hill. This is turning into a money hill for CU Boulder. And if you're TAMU, this is not what you want. A nice, almost full team kill wipe in favor of CU Boulder. Are they going to abandon the scrap time? No, Peak's going to live there. Soak up those last 9 seconds. They're about to hit 200 points. And nice 30-point lead on TAMU. But oh my God, Stay Woke Andrew coming in from behind on radar station. Sure, they had the early rotation, but can they live? Sure, spawns are in favor of the team, but Peak is going to find them. Rotational kills are king here.
Absolutely massive 25-point advantage, but it is going to be Texas A&M completely locking this one down. You can see Peak is going to be the lone player that's going to be trying to contest these spawns in just a second. And now he's going to be rotating on around. Trippy Sun's able to get one. And now, with Peak back there, they might be getting the spawns, and it looks like that's going to be the case. Oh, here we go. Yes, that's it. Player number 3 got it. Colorado Boulder got the spawn, so they're going to be getting all this scrap time. They are playing this so well right now.
So well indeed. They're getting about 20 seconds left on scrap time. Peak on a nice 5 spree. But here's the deal. I think TAMU is kind of cutting their losses and moving over towards Docks to really lock it down. This is a dangerous play because sure, if they play a perfect game of hardpoint right here, they can go the distance and take all the time and make this a money hill in their own. But if CU Boulder comes in and cuts them down, that is not going to be good. They only need 21 points to win this.
One is definitely going to be coming down to the wire because right now Texas A&M, they're going to be understanding exactly what the objective is right now. They've got to keep them off of this one and beat them to rotations to new. That is so difficult to do, but guess what? You don't really have a choice. You found yourselves in this hole right now by down about 20 points. And finally, they are going to be able to break this. They're going to be able to get this time. They can't win off of it though. Best they can do is get barely in the lead. So it's going to be all about these rotations to next. So here we go. Spider Tiff, this could be it.
This is where it's going to go down right now. We've got Quiet soaking up all of the scrap time. It is going to get tied up, but the call comes in. They're all full force on moving toward that third set of rotations. And P1, who is going to win this? Stay Woke Andrew living inside, trying to get a nice kill from behind. This is the final countdown.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2 big kills coming in as Andrew is able to get a couple. And right now, is anyone going to be able to get there in time on the side of this Maroon squad? It doesn't look like that's going to be the case as Colorado Boulder just tied this series up 2 apiece, answering back in the hard point. And now we're going to be going to a search and destroy to finalize it all. My goodness.
Little information here from Criteria. Final kill right there. We got some stats on the board. This is not where you want to be if you are TAMU. Let's put it that way, because you started off so strong. Then you came in with an absolute brilliant play in control, but you're going back to search and destroy where CU Boulder is incredibly strong.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. They're going to be feeling so good being able to force this 5th and final game. Right now, this is a tight situation, a tense situation for sure. Anytime that we go to that game 5, man, anytime it's this late in the season, these teams are so even. I called it though. I called it. I literally said that it's going to be going to the game 5, and I said it's going to be Colorado Boulder, so I mean, my prediction is still up in it's still out there. It's still able to happen.
It is actually. If CU Boulder takes this dub, you are correct. Your prediction was 3-2 Colorado Boulder. And I mean, let's just take a look at these stats. We know Stay Woke Andrew really hammered down there, 31 and 27. Trippy Sun, he's dead even there, but 11 assists. So that came through preferential. But look at Blake. Blake was the one who pretty much threw down a 40-plus game there in that first hard point. Only 25 and 20 here. Unable to really combat the aggressive nature that CU Boulder is throwing down, but it is all down to the wire as we are going to move on to Search and Destroy. Back to that first map we saw with Hardpoint, Berlin.
Oh, yeah, big time. It's going to be a very interesting situation right now coming down onto this Berlin. It all falls down onto this map. I mean, we started off with the peace, the quiet, the overall vibes of Berlin, and now we're going right back to it for a game 5 that is going to be anything but peace and quiet. I'm expecting fireworks every single round of this Search and Destroy coming up.
Fireworks every round indeed, but if I'm not mistaken, before that happens, we're going to cut to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll see who's going to be the victorious matchup winner of this TAMU CU Boulder matchup.
Hello and welcome back to the CCL Week 11. We've got a Game 5 on our hands between Colorado Boulder and Texas A&M Maroon. And I mean, listen, it all comes down to this. Listen, this is what everything is made of. We knew that these squads were even coming into this, so we can't sit here and act like we're surprised that it's going to a Game 5. But I mean, the way that it got here is pretty ridiculous.
Pretty ridiculous indeed. I mean, we saw TAMU come out strong in that first Berlin hardpoint. CU Boulder answering back with a nice victory there in Search and Destroy. And then they just kind of traded back and forth. We saw an amazing dub by TAMU in that control when they won an offensive round very late in the game, like 2 seconds remaining on the clock. It was beautiful. And then CU Boulder coming back in that hardpoint. And now it comes down to Search and Destroy, where we saw CU Boulder so prevalent early on. It's anyone's game though, still.
Yeah, this one's a complete toss-up, and that's the thing coming into this Game 5 is that we have absolutely no idea who is going to win. I mean, my prediction said 3-2 Colorado Boulder, but honestly, I have no idea. Like, this one could go absolutely either way because, I mean, both of these squads have shown that they can get extremely hot at random times, so we have no idea. I mean, it's going to be all about who's got the bigger brain plays, who's got the better team coordination coming out, because that's really what Berlin's all about. It's all about covering those lanes, make sure that you can, make sure that nobody's going to be hitting any of those crazy flanks on you to get good timings or anything like that. So, I mean, honestly, this one is going to be very insane to watch, and I'm just happy that we get to cast it. I mean, it's the last game of our cast of the night, so I mean, listen, I'm excited that we got to see a Game 5 for sure.
I love that you brought that up because we have a Game 5 here. Maybe it'll go to a round 11, but to close out the night, we are going to see some amazing teams in the form of Texas State Esports versus Oklahoma State. McCormiel and Cash are going to be calling that action, so it's just amazing. We had a crazy first matchup with Maverick Esports taking that match series, and now we're trying to decide, is it going to be TAMU or is it going to be CU Boulder? And it literally is coming down to Berlin, which is where it all started.
Exactly. I mean, it all started, and now it's all going to finish there as well. I mean, listen, those 3 maps in the middle, they were some nice filling, but let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes, which is going to be game number 5. This one is going to be good for sure. Listen, I'm rolling with Colorado Boulder. I think you are as well. We just got to see if they're going to be able to hang on to our predictions, keep them true, or if, Texas A&M are going to play spoilers, which, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even be mad at. They've been playing absolutely incredible all day long. Both of these squads deserve a win, but only one can get it, So, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, we got to see who's going to be able to step up to the plate.
Step up to the plate indeed. I mean, this is Monday. We're talking Monday freaking evening right now, and these teams are coming out hot. They are starting their week strong. Guys, if you're new to College God, we play on Mondays and Tuesdays, and these are college kids, right? They're exhausted and tired on Mondays, but it doesn't matter because they're showing up and they are fighting it out. I think they had some G Fuel, Rome.
I mean, they might have had some G Fuel, who knows what they might have had right now, I mean, 2-2 situations. I mean, you're definitely going to be going to take that little quick bathroom break. Just do whatever you need to do. Get your water refreshed, refilled. Get your Doritos, Jolly Ranchers, whatever you got. Everyone's got their little thing, their little snack that they've got always on deck. So whatever it is for these players, mine's Cheez-Its, by the way. But whatever it is for these players, I think they're good to go.
Cheez-It sounds good, but also what sounds good is a nice first blood in the form of TAMU Quiet. Going to be picking off Peak. They're making that rotation over to B right now. Bomb not going down just yet. They're trying to get a little situated, but the call has not come in. But look who's coming in behind. That's going to be Stay Woke Andrew trying to get in, but Gira's going to hop off the defuse and pop him in the face.
Yeah, and finally, Gyra is going to be able to get this bomb down. So finally now it's going to be up to Criteria in the 1v3 situation. Having to defuse this one, that is not going to be that easy. I mean, look at the way these players are set up. Yeah, he's going to get taken out immediately. Great setup coming out of TAMU, and 1-0 lead right now. I mean, it's so crazy because it's 1st to 6. It goes so quick. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you wish it was 1st to 7, 1st to 8. Sometimes you wish you just get a little bit more action. I don't know why. I feel like this game is just going to be going the distance. It just has that feel.
You want to see a round 11 at this point, Rome, but I'm pretty sure TAMU or CU Boulder want to put it to bed right now. They're like, hey, I want to take the dub and take it down easy. Stay Woke Andrew doing what he does best and grabbing that bomb. Peak looking for a nice mid-map rotation kill if he can get it. The best part about this, not only can he find some information there with the sniper, but he could get a cheeky little shot. Bomb going down over at A right now. The call out has not been made by TAMU, but you see it now. Deuce waking up.
Yeah, and I mean, that bomb going down is going to be absolutely huge for this squad in Colorado Boulder. The question is, are they going to be able to defend it for 30 more seconds? I mean, you can see TAMU, they are swarming in right now. This trade right here is going to need to be big. Everyone checks that corner, and they're going to do it as well. TAMU are able to get one. Now clearing out the backside, they are going to be able to find the last Colorado player, and that's going to be a solid defuse coming in. 2-0 advantage coming in for TAMU.
Very impressive start here for TAMU going up 2-0. I'm not worried just yet for CU Boulder because we know that they have their chops together for search and destroy, and I'm not too worried about them. Deuce finding Criteria right there in the back. Brilliantly done. I'm just really excited to see what's going to be happening. We saw CU Boulder make that full push down there on A, get the bomb down incredibly quickly. It's just not going to be enough. So now that TAMU's back on the offensive, I'm curious to see what they're going to do. We saw a nice B push out of them earlier and a nice defensive setup for the bomb in the warehouse. But away we go. Deuce grabbing the bomb.
Yeah, and this time it is going to be a fast A hit that is going to be coming out of TAMU this time, and this time, Gyra is going to be paying for it with his life. Is the trade going to come in? Yes, his peak is going to be going down. Stay Woke Andrew on the backside, though. Followed up by Criteria is going to leave Blake in a 1v3 situation. So right now, Colorado Boulder look like they are going to be able to get their first round on the board, at least for now. It is a 1v3, 50 seconds remaining, so this is a winnable situation. Not saying that it's all but over, but the fact that they know exactly where he is, I mean, that's definitely going to cause some problems.
Cause some problems indeed. Blake trying to get a little bit of information. You see CU Boulder has created an impenetrable fortress right there. You've got Trippy Son watching the mid-map. And here we go. Let's see what can happen. Blake trying to come in through the building on the lower half. We know where bomb is, but they're watching it.
That's the thing, is that they are going to be swarmed around that one. That's going to be Colorado Boulder getting their first round win on the board. That's going to be big for this squad. Big time confidence booster. Because now they're right back in this one.
Right back in this one, indeed. Let's see how this goes. I feel like this is where TAMU needs to make it a 3-1 lead and not let them bring it to 2-2, because I think it's going to get a little perplexing at that point, because CU Boulder is going to start clicking some momentum together. Once you string one, maybe you string an offensive win, you might be strong on defense. Then you string 3 together. Peak trying to get that information and the call-outs. I love the Car 98 there to look through the destroyed halls. Moments coming in. Bomb hasn't moved out just yet. CU Boulder trying to make a decision here. We know how their fast A push was met, and it was not good. So I love that they're taking it a little different, kind of playing for picks at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, that's going to be the smart play for sure. That is going to be a first blood opportunity coming in for Deuce. Almost able to pick up 2, but he's going to get traded out. Making it a 3v3. Now Colorado Boulder on the offensive, going to be feeling good as Trippy's going to be able to pick up one of his own. Making it a 3v2 advantage now for this squad. And both these players are going to be over at B, and this bomb's going to be going down at A. So Colorado Boulder, I mean, they're in prime position right now to tie this up 2 apiece.
Yeah, and they were able to get the bomb down so quickly with enough time on the rotation. Quiet trying to take some shots out on Trippy Sun. They do have information of where the players are. The rotation's not coming in quick enough, but Blake finding a nice kill. Quiet needs to match it up right here. If he can get a kill, it's going to tie it up. They have 23 seconds remaining, Rome.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a tense situation because, I mean, you check the right corners and you're going to be all right, but that's not going to be the case. And now Quiet is going to be left in the 1v1. Yeah, I don't believe that this is going to get any chance. Yeah, I was about to say he was shooting at 7 seconds, so he's not going to be able to get that defuse. And going to be just running on away from the bomb. And Colorado Boulder tying things up. Close game.
That's really tough. The moment that they got the second player left from TAMU in the back, it kind of opened up the door for CU Boulder. And now that they've got it tied up, I think this is where things may start going wrong for TAMU, because what we saw similarly in that first search and destroy is once CU Boulder was able to connect a few dots and string some things together, they were able to just pull ahead and take the dub. But regardless, very close, 2-2. We got TAMU on the offensive. They're kind of doing the same thing that CU Boulder did, just kind of hanging out in this building here in the middle, playing for some information, maybe some peeks. What's going to happen?
Oh, but that's going to be Stay Woke getting the big first blood for sure. Oh, man, if he can get the second, that would be huge, but just going to be getting out with his life, making sure that it is going to be another non-traded kill to add to his tally. It's Quiet. He's going to be working his way through the bottom of the mailroom. Trippy Sun is going to be able to pick up another big kill. Now, I mean, this squad, TAMU, I don't know, man. They're going to need to figure something out and something out quick to turn a 2v4 around.
Yeah, this is really tough and not where you want to be for TAMU, but exactly what you want to have happen if you're CU Boulder. Peak still using that sniper for some information, but they've got the map kind of locked down. This is really unfortunate. I think once TAMU rotates, the call-out's going to come in from Peak because they spotted them. Look at everyone rotating. Shots are coming out. They're going to be met with a lot of contention here at the B side, but they've got to get the bomb down. There's no time left.
Yeah, none whatsoever, and that's the thing is the clock is not your best friend, and are they going to let him get this down? Wow, he got it down. So, I mean, now Quiet in a 1v2. This is winnable. He's able to get one, not able to get Trippy Sun, though. Oh, my goodness. And Colorado Boulder going to be going up 3-2. Woof, that was a close call.
I literally thought Quiet was going to be able to make that work as soon as he got Stay Woke Andrew from the outside, but Trippy Sun was unable to be cut down by him. That was beautiful, though. Let's get ahead and look at the Trippy Sun's POV as that automaton fries Quiet. It is not going to be quiet over there right now. I feel like he'd have a little bit of rage, just a smidge, because he almost pulled that off, but we're going to be switching sides. CU Boulder taking a nice lead in that 3-2 fashion, stringing 2 maps together. Can they string another? This is not what you want to see if you're TAMU.
Yeah, I mean, whatsoever right now. This Colorado Boulder squad, they're definitely starting to get some momentum on their side. You can see Peak going to be watching this cross right here. A couple of players are going to be moving on up. One going to be going to the middle. That is going to be Quiet, who does get taken out. It's extremely unfortunate. I mean, now this Colorado Boulder squad, they've got a free A plant. And I don't think Stay Woke Andrew realizes that. He's going to be wrapping back around toward B. And, oh, man, that is just not the right call because that A plant was wide open.
Yeah, as you say that, he begins. I feel like he got a little bit of information from his teammates like, hey, go A right now. But the thing is, they're not getting it down quick enough. And I'm not really sure what's going on, but TAMU needs to read this a little better or get a call out from their teammates. You've got Deuce in the mid-map watching for the rotation, bomb being planted. They still haven't pushed over to A to meet it with contention. That's it. 3v3. Bomb is down on A. What are you going to do, TAMU, to retake this? You got 37 seconds.
It's going to be a difficult one for sure. I mean, right now, it's going to be a great setup. I mean, you look at how they are currently surrounding this one. going to be on player 3 and 4, Deuce and Blake, to make a massive play, and that's going to be Blake winning a big 1v1. Oh, but that's going to be another trade coming out. It's going to leave it in a 2v1. Peak by himself, by his lonesome, is going to drop as well, and that's going to be a 3-3 game.
3-3 game. You know, when you think that a team is kind of taking the lead and making a name for themselves and here in this search and destroy, the other just answers right back. Very well done for Tamu to retake that. Let's get Gyra's perspective here as he takes a nice kill on Peak. Pew, pew, pews going down. Tied up.
Yeah, big time. And I mean, right now, dead even game, dead even halfway through the search and destroy. I don't even know what to say. Like, these two teams, both of them deserve to win. This is such an even matchup. Like, oh my goodness. I feel like if this was a best of 21, this would literally go to the 21st game.
I mean, probably. I feel like they just keep answering back. Now you got Tamu taking the same strat as they've been taking once they hit the offensive. Kind of move into that building, listen for some callouts, but CU Boulder is expecting, you know, a nice solid A push. You've got Trippy Sun mid-map watching as Quiet finds a nice first blood on Stay Woke Andrew, which is going to be critical because if not, I feel like Stay Woke always wins his ones for first blood.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, Stay Woke's got a whole lot of first bloods under his name so far in this series, but that's going to be Criteria picking up a big kill, making it a 3v3, and he's going to be able to get out with it. So, I mean, it's just a big situation right now. Sitting at a 3-3 scenario. It's Criteria. Just going to be creeping around the backside. And this bomb, is it going to get rotated over to B? With
Looks
25
like
seconds? Oh my goodness, this might be the big brain play.
Yeah, I feel like if they're going to do it, they need to hurry up. CU Boulder hasn't necessarily caught on just yet. Trippy Sun taking a peek over, but not going to make the call, looking again. But bomb needs to go down. And as I say that, it's going to get planted by Deuce. They've already got their defensive setup made way. The call comes in, rotation coming in from CU Boulder. They got 40 seconds here to get the kills and defuse.
Oh yeah, big time. Here we go. Automaton in the hand of Trippy Sun. 3v3 scenario. Quiet. Gonna need to be very, very loud here to clutch this one up. I mean, they've got perfect positioning, but really, it's gonna be all about Quiet. Quiet's gonna be the last person standing for this roster in this retake situation, but only 13 seconds remaining. I mean, you got to be able to make something happen now. And yeah, they just didn't give themselves enough time. Only a few seconds remaining. Now they just got to get on the bomb. And yeah, solid round. Wow, Texas A&M Maroon. That was absolutely beautiful. 4-3 advantage.
Look, if they keep going back and forth like this, look at that nice head peek from Blake inside the warehouse above the train, looking over that site and just catching him in the back. Beautifully well done. But now that CU Boulder decided they could string twos together, Tamu said, hey, we can do it too. Now they're up 4-3. This is where things are going to get spicy. It's still too close to call anyone's game. And now we got CU Boulder on the offensive peak, looking for either a nice first blood or just some information in general.
Yeah, and I mean, it is going to be a solid A hit coming out of Colorado Boulder. They are going to be able to get in here and should be able to get this bomb down. Oh my goodness. Situations right now, but they should be able to get it down. And yes, it is going to go down. That's going to be massive. Peak is also going to be able to get a big kill with that sniper. That's absolutely huge. And now Maroon going to need to make this retake perfect, but 3v4 disadvantage. That is going to be extremely difficult. Let's see if Quiet can make something happen. And he's currently trying to look over. Trippy Sun does get taken out on the inside by Blake, who is going to be able to pick up a big kill. Quiet on the outside going massive. Texas A&M Maroon trying to come through, make something happen. Now they've got the advantage from a 3v4 to a 3v1, and now that's going to be it. They got the defuse. My goodness, Texas A&M Maroon with the 3v4 retake of the century.
Absolutely beautiful. Well done. When you see CU Boulder string two together, Tamu says, I'm going to string three. This puts them in win contention. Look at this beautiful kill from Blake onto Criteria. That automaton is hitting absolutely flawless. Gunny's on point. Aim is on point. Teach me, my guy. Teach me.
I mean, now They're on match point. I mean, this is it. I mean, I was expecting Colorado Boulder to win that round. They were completely set up. They had everything good to go in their favor. And now Texas A&M Maroon, they completely turned that around. They were like, there was no reason for them to win that round, and they did. So now they're playing with house money. I mean, 1 out of the next 3 rounds, that's all they need. And I mean, Texas A&M Maroon, they do not want to get shy right now. It looks like they are going to be waiting for this streak to come in. It's going to be landing right on the roof, so that's not going to be taking anyone out. And
not just purely information right there. Blake now knows where all the CU Boulder people are, and they're sitting over there on the B site. Bomb is going down. Stay woke, Andrew trying to get it in, but here's the deal. Deuce is going to hop off that plant. We're in a 4v2 situation, so even with that glide bomb coming out to give information, they're still in a losing situation. But you're right. They just need to put 1 map together out of 3.
Yeah, and I mean, in this situation right now where you go down, okay, you lost 1 out of the 3 rounds. Okay, it happens. Now you got to win 1 of the next 2 rounds. Here we go. This is where the pressure starts. This right here is the pressure round because they do not want to take this to 5-5. If this goes 5-5, Colorado Boulder are going to be feeling so good.
Yeah, so good indeed. But you're right. You do not want it to go to a round 11. This is the make or break moment because I feel like if you take it to a round 11, you might choke. And I don't want to see that happen. But stay woke, Andrew, doing what he does best, grabbing the bomb. They're heading towards A. And now I'm getting a little curious because Peak has decided not to take that head peek over the warehouse through the destroyed hallways. He's moved in.
Yeah, and it looks like this bomb is going to start to go down. Colorado Boulder not going to be wasting any time whatsoever, and they're going to be all getting out with their lives. And now it is going to be Deuce who's going to be trying to make the play. Looks like he is going to make a little bit of a loop around play to the back. He might go through these middle doors, and now he's going to do the loop around, as I said. Now there's going to be the big 1v1 right here on the staircase. Going to need to win this one against Peak, but no! Peak! Don't peek him! Peak is able to win a big one. No, Peak turns and burns, is able to pick up 2. Criteria picks up another, and that's going to leave Blake in the 1v3. And ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a round 11, game 5 to decide it all. It all comes down to this.
Oh my gosh, let's take this. Stay woke, Andrew, just nestled in that little corner so beautifully. You got Blake running by, has no idea that he's there, and the kill is going to come in, and that is all they wrote for TAMU. You are on the defensive, so what are you going to do? Play it a little safer? I mean, I would, but we know what CU Boulder is going to do, and I'm curious.
I mean, that's the thing. Every single time that TAMU have played passive, it seems like it has come back to bite them, but every time they start to get aggressive, feel like they're the better team, they end up coming out victorious. It's going to be an A hit coming in for Colorado Boulder. This round is going to be getting started extremely quickly as the bomb is going to be go down, rinse, wash, and repeat. Trippy Sun is going to be getting a big first blood onto Deuce, so we're going to need to see another 3v4 retake situation coming in with Texas A&M Maroon having the disadvantage, needing to retake. This is going to be difficult.
Difficult indeed, but it's not like Texas A&M Maroon have not done it before. We got Blake getting wild the information because he's got him spotted. Call-outs are going to happen, but look at the setup by CU Boulder. They are not going to budge. Can they make a play? Slides in, but no, the trade comes in.
That's going to be big. It's now Quiet in the 2v2 situation. Quiet and Gyra, but Quiet is going to be going down. Now it's in 1v2. 10 seconds remaining. Got to kill 2 people and defuse the bomb. That is not going to happen. Colorado Boulder, they just won 3 rounds in a row. They took it to round 11. They secure the round 11, and they secure the series. What in the world did we just witness?
We just witnessed an absolute massacre. Look at Stay Woke, Andrew, gonna get that final kill for CU Boulder. Rome, you said that CU Boulder was gonna take it 3-2, and that's exactly what just happened here.
Listen, I don't know. Call me Romestradamus or something. I don't know what's going on, but I called it as I saw it, and I saw it as an even matchup. Going the distance, Colorado Boulder edging. It played out perfectly for me. I can't lie, but look at the kills and deaths on the Colorado Boulder side. If that is not teamwork, I don't know what is. 7-7, 8-7, 8-7, 8-9. That is literally perfection across the board when it comes to teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork indeed. They played so well. You look at their damage, it's all equal. You know, they've also got some assists, a lot of non-traded kills. You look over at TAMU and we've got, you know, quiet 10-7 Blake doing what he does best with 13-6, but unfortunately it was just not going to be enough to be able to carry the team. You got Deuce literally dropping a deuce with 2 out of 10, 3 assists, just not really stacking it up in the search and destroy. And this is exactly what we saw happen to them in that first matchup that we saw on Tuscan. But this was a day, Rome.
Oh man, this was definitely a day, and the fact is, the day ain't even over. We still got a whole nother match that's going on in a second, the third match of the night. I mean, listen, all of these matches so far have been absolutely berserk. So the fact that we're sitting here coming back to this situation right now, yet again, where we get another intense matchup in our second game of the night. I mean, the first one was great. Second one was even better. Got to see that classic round 11 game 5. I mean, literally, that's what casters live for. Let's be honest.
I mean, we live for those moments. You can hear the excitement in your voice, that moment when it's all coming down to the wire. You got less than 10 seconds in that round 11. And it's like, what are you going to do, TAMU? This is your moment, make or break. But unfortunately, tonight, CU Boulder, while these teams were pretty even, CU Boulder is saying CU to Texas A&M Maroon, and that was a job well done. Shout out to all the players for bringing their all here on that Monday night. Now, this was an epic matchup, but it is not the last matchup of the day, Rome.
Oh, yeah, big time. We got another matchup coming down the pipeline. So, listen, you guys aren't going to be wanting to go anywhere, all right? We're going to be out of here, but we're going to be having some new casters coming in to keep the show rolling. It's going to be a great time for sure regardless. And, listen, I just got to say, I'm honored to be here to have that Game 5 Round 11. That was absolutely nutty. I'm so glad we got to cast it. I mean, this series was great. Had a great time. And, listen, honestly, CCL action, it doesn't get any better than this.
It doesn't get any better than this, but stay tuned, guys. We got Texas State Esports versus Oklahoma State. Cornmeal and Cash are going to be bringing you all the action, so just stay tuned. And like Rome said earlier, just grab your popcorn because clearly he knows what's up. He knew it was going to be around 11.
Exactly. You know, I was able to see it coming. You know, might have been able to. So, hey, listen, it was great from us tonight. Listen, we'll see you guys next time. It was awesome. Don't go anywhere because guess what? We got some more matches, at least one more match on the night on the docket for you all shortly. We'll be right back.